What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today it's going to be the start of the weekend, Saturday the 26th of May. And today is a massive day for football because the Champions League final between Liverpool and Real Madrid in Kiev. As a Liverpool fan, I'm so excited on one hand, but on the other hand, I'm extremely nervous. And depending on the outcome in tonight's game, tomorrow's transfer video, it may be slightly delayed, like 8 AM, it may be a little bit later than that. I will still try and get out on time for 8 AM, but if it's later than that, at least you now know why. So just before we get started, as always, if you enjoy the video and enjoy transfers, show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more, and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's videos, they'll be down below in the description box. There's two uploads, one in the morning being a transfer video at 8 AM, a second one at 9 PM. I did see a few people on Twitter mention that the notification system on YouTube it wasn't fully working for the last like 2 days, so again, if you missed it, it'll be down below in that description box. And finally, in the comment section below, what are your predictions for the Champions League final tonight? Liverpool versus Real Madrid, what will the score be? Who will win? Right, let's jump into confirmed deals, and apologies by the way about a longer intro, there's still quite a bit to cover. The very first player is a Romanian striker going to Brighton, and his name is Andoni. He's joined them from Deportivo La Coruña in Spain for £5.25 million, and because they were relegated last season, being Deportivo, his initial release clause before that was 17.5 mil. And clearly they have saved quite a bit of money on his relegation clause now, taking it down by about £12 million. It's a 5-year deal and it'll be a new player for the Premier League next season. Now we go on to Harnik, a player that I remember using back on like FIFA 12 in fact. I can't remember who he was playing for back then, but he joined Werder Bremen from Hanover for €2 million. And a defender called Schmidt has joined Cologne from Leipzig, and that one is an undisclosed fee at this point in time, but I can't imagine it's too much. And the final player on this page is quite an interesting one because potentially he might have used his team of season card on FIFA 18, being at Martinez. He's expected to complete his move to Inter Milan today from Racing Club in Argentina. The fee is undisclosed, but some places said upwards of €20 million. He has officially landed in Italy for his medical with Inter, and apparently he's wearing the number 10 shirt. That shirt number is currently owned by João Mauro, but at the moment, it looks like Inter will be selling him as well. And some places, I'm not sure if this is fully confirmed by the way, but some places are saying he'll be joining in 6 months instead of the summer transfer window. I'm not sure if they wanted to finish his current season in Argentina, but either way, we'll find out in a couple days' time when we get all the proper details. But now we're moving on to potential deals. And the very first one, it could be confirmed quite soon, and that is Lichtsteiner going to Arsenal. BBC Sport are saying that Arsenal are working on a deal to sign the Swiss right back on a free transfer this summer when his contract with the Italian club does expire. He's a long-term target for the club and he adds experience and leadership to head coach Unai Emery's current squad. And Arsenal also need depth in that area for Hector Bellerin. Next up, we've gone to another player linked to Arsenal today from the Italian League. This time, according to multiple outlets, Arsenal have joined the race with Manchester United for the signing of AS Roma's Lorenzo Pellegrini. And the report does say he has a release clause currently in his deal with Roma of just £26 million. And now we have a player that was linked to Arsenal in yesterday's episode, being Rabiot, the French international midfielder, although has missed out on the World Cup spot. And Mundo Deportivo are saying Juventus are already in negotiations with the agents of Paris Saint-Germain midfielder Adrien Rabiot, and they claim he's asked to leave the Ligue 1 side this summer. Rabiot has offered himself to other Serie A clubs and also Premier League clubs along the way, and Barca. And Rabiot was really not happy about not being included in the World Cup squad, wrote like an open letter and stuff, and I think PSG have now responded to that. And move on to the final player on this page, according to Cadena SER and Il Messaggero. They are saying that Chelsea are prepared to offer 35 to 40 million euros plus Murata for Mauro Icardi. The Inter striker has a release clause worth 110 million euros, but it's only valid until July 15th. And just like Rabiot, he also won't be going to the World Cup this summer, which I find absolutely crazy. Like players like Rabiot and Icardi, they'd walk into most nations' teams. And moving on, we've got a few rumours for Napoli fans. The very first player is going to be Arturo Vidal. Carlo Ancelotti wants to bring Mario Balotelli, Arturo Vidal and Matteo Politano to boost his Napoli era. He wants to add to his current squad so Napoli can push Juventus next season again and try and win the Scudetto. And with Leon Goretzka going to Bayern on a free transfer, it wouldn't surprise if Vidal is actually sold. And another rumour about Napoli today, this time according to Damasio, is that Napoli are chasing Zenit's 23-year-old Argentine midfielder, Leandro Paredes, and have made the first contact with a Russian club. The Zenit star could be seen as a replacement for potential outgoer Jorginho, who has been linked to Manchester City, and I will cover Jorginho later on in this episode, but it does seem they'll get around £50+ million for him, and Paredes could be a good replacement. And now we've got a player that's non-FIFA 18 this year, being Alexandre Pato, and somewhat of a FIFA legend, because back in the day like FIFA 12, he was unreal with 5-star skills. But today we've got some quotes today talking about a return to AC Milan. He said, "Would I go back? They have Chinese owners and I like Italian football. I'm in love with Milan and the city, so I couldn't say no. I still have a year and a half left of my current contract though, but never say never." And he is currently playing his football in the Chinese Super League, and AC Milan, they are linked to a lot of strikers at the moment. And now we've got a couple of players into Tottenham, the very first one being Zaha, according to Daily Mail. Mauricio Pochettino has a £100 million war chest to spend this summer, and wants to start by bringing Wilfried Zaha from Crystal Palace. I imagine Zaha would cost like 50 to 60 million pounds in his current market, go from one Prem team to another, but if they do have 100 million pounds to work with, they've probably got a bit more than that in fact, because if they sell some players, that'll also get added onto their transfer budget. I saw some crazy stat like Zaha in the Crystal Palace team last season compared to without him, I don't think they won a single game. And moving on to the second Tottenham rumour today, this time according to the Daily Mirror. Tottenham boss Mauricio Pochettino hopes to sign Manchester United's Anthony Martial, Ajax's De Ligt, and Fulham's Ryan Sessegnon this summer. Now if they were to sign all three of those and also Wilfried Zaha, I think they need a little bit more than £100 million, because like De Ligt, there's rumours like 50 to 60 mil for him, Zaha probably about the same, Sessegnon I imagine upwards of 30 because of his age and also being an English talent, and Martial, I mean he'd probably be like 60 plus as well. And now we've got an update of Marco Asensio at Real Madrid, this time according to Cadena SCR. Asensio's agent has revealed that Real Madrid have rejected 2 offers for the Spaniard worth up to £132 million. They haven't named what clubs made them bids for him, but there were quite a few Prem clubs linked to him in the summer and in January. And next up we have an update again about Emre Can and a potential move to Juventus. So according to Gazzetta dello Sport today, Liverpool midfielder Emre Can will sign for Juventus by the end of this month, with the Italian Giants chief executive saying he wants to wrap the deal up for the German international within 10 days. I think it's safe to say Emre Can to Juventus is done, and at tonight's game in the Champions League final, it could be his last appearance for us. But a player looks likely to be joining Liverpool this summer is going to be Nabil Fekir, the Lyon captain and France international. So Paul Joyce, who's very reliable by the way, who works for the Times, has said Liverpool will step up their move for Fekir after tonight's Champions League final. Now we have heard that quite a bit from French journalists, but when it comes from Paul Joyce and also James Pearce, it tends to be very reliable. And Fekir has been speaking to the media quite a bit, and he's asked about a potential move to Liverpool, and said why not? In life you should never rule anything out. And yesterday he said Liverpool are my future, I'm not thinking about that. There will be discussions with the Lyon president, for the moment nothing is done. And another rumour today according to Liverpool Echo is that Liverpool have been linked with Sampdoria midfielder Lucas Torreira as an alternative to Jorginho. And as I mentioned earlier, it does seem he's set for a move to City now, and before, like rumours were said that Torreira was Napoli's potential replacement for him, but now it seems to be Paredes. And next up according to Cadena SCR, Bayern Munich, PSG, Juventus, Inter and AC Milan are all interested in Chelsea striker Alvaro Murata. And of course there are a lot of teams linked to Murata, but I think the one that stands out for me is probably Inter Milan, because the whole Icardi thing, that could potentially come off. And now we have got the very short update regarding Jorginho and a move to Man City, and this according to Calcio Mercato in Italy. Man City are preparing a £52 million bid for the Napoli midfielder. And with that kind of money they could easily replace him with Paredes or Torreira if they do want to, and for City, I think it's a very good purchase and it makes their great midfield even better. And another player into City today is going to be Riyad Mahrez, and this time according to Manchester Even News. Guardiola has placed Mahrez above Isco in his bid to strengthen the Man City attack this summer. And Leicester Mercury do go on to say Leicester will get close to their January asking price for Mahrez when his move to Man City goes through, thanks to an offer of £60 million up front and $15 million in additional fees. And the final three today are players that are actually linked to Manchester United on top of that other clubs. So first up according to RMC, Atletico Madrid have opened formal negotiations with AS Monaco over the possible transfer of Brazilian midfielder Fabinho. Fabinho will be allowed to leave the club this summer as long as the price is right. Manchester United are also in ongoing discussions with the player's entourage, but have not made any concrete approach to AS Monaco. But United do still continue to monitor the situation of Sidibe at Monaco and could make a move at some point. And the Times are saying Manchester United want to complete a double signing of Fred from Shakhtar and Toby Alderweireld from Spurs before the World Cup starts next month. The Shakhtar president has confirmed a €15 million offer for Fred on the table at the moment, and Fred has also admitted talks with United are at advanced stage and have been since January. And the final player is Milinkovic-Savic, and it's according to the Daily Mail. United are unsure if they'll pursue the Serbian midfielder after Lazio put an £87.5 million price tag on the 23-year-old. And I did mention it yesterday that Lazio right now are asking for near like €100 million, but it could go even higher than that. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it and enjoyed transfers, show your support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's double upload, it's down below in the description box. 8 AM UK time every single day is a transfer video. If it's a second upload, that'll be 9 PM. And finally, in the comment section below, what are your predictions for tonight's Champions League final between Real Madrid and Liverpool? Let them down below. So thank you for watching this video, I'll see you next time.